What's good, YouTube? I am back with another OU Creative Teams Live, and today I have a team with Togekiss and Scrafty on it. So this should be fun. We have Defensive Togekiss, a Focus Sash Excadrill, a Assault Vest Scrafty, Assault Vest Tangrowth, Choice Specs Tapu Koko, and a pretty basic Mega Medicham. The thing about Mega Medicham is like almost nothing switches into it. It just like smacks down teams. Like things just can't handle it unless you have like a Mega Sableye or something. Like, yo, Mega Medicham just smacks teams. So what are we seeing here? We're seeing it in Incineroar. Incineroar is cool. It's probably an Assault Vest one because it got Intimidate, so that was released. Seeing some fat. We're seeing a lot of fat here. So I feel like he might want to lead Tapu Koko. I'm gonna lead with my Scrafty though. If he leads Tapu Koko, I can go out into my Tangrowth. And what we actually see here is a Gyarados. Now I kind of want to predict him to be a Mega Gyarados. And what I'm gonna do is just go out right into my Togekiss because I am Fizz Def. Unfortunately, he goes for a Toxic, which I definitely did not see coming. Yeah, that was interesting. I honestly do not know what to expect from this now, but I just took off Heal Bell off this so I could have Heat Wave because I felt like I needed another fire move on my team. I kind of want to predict him to switch out here though, because a lot of times Togekiss will go for a Thunder Wave, and what I expect him to go out to would be a Garchomp or a Excadrill probably. I'm just gonna go for an Air Slash though. Yeah, it goes for the Excadrill. I think the Heat Wave was the play, but I just wanted to be safe there. And I am Focus Sash Excadrill, so I can come out here and I am max speed. I assume he will be as well though. What I can do, I'm pretty darn sure he wants to set up rocks. I think I'm gonna go out into my Tangrowth here. I kind of wanted to make the Excadrill play. Oh, he actually goes for Z Sandstorm. That's really interesting. This is a cool team. I like what I'm seeing here. I like what this guy is doing. But I'm pretty sure Tangrowth can wall this thing pretty well. I'm kind of afraid of the Garchomp coming out. And because I see Toxic on Gyarados and a Z Sandstorm on this Excadrill, I feel like this might actually be a Mega Garchomp team, which would be really, really cool. So what I'm going to do is go for an Earthquake because that hits pretty much everything on his team. Alternatively, I could go for Giga Drain, but I'm just going to attack the Excadrill because it's out in front of me. Unfortunately, he flinches me there, and that's no good. So I'm going to go into Scrafty, get some Regenerator on my Tangrowth. Let me just make sure yeah. Sometimes I make teams and I give things the wrong ability, and I was really worried that I gave my my Tangrowth the wrong ability. So I get the Intimidate off on this, and I just want to switch. I'm gonna go right for a Drain Punch, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna go right for a Drain Punch because I'll live that. Pretty sure this will take him down. Fortunately, it does not. But I do have Fake Out on Medicham, I think. Yes. So what I can do here, I'm gonna go into my Tangrowth because I do have Regenerator on him and he is intimidated. So long as he does not flinch me again here, we should be good playing around this. And yeah, looks like he wants to just set up the Sandstorm for the Mega Garchomp. I'm not too worried about that because I do have my Medicham here. I also have the Tapu Koko. I'm just gonna go back out to Togekiss on this Gyarados because there's not like too much he can do to me other than Toxic me, obviously. And I want to predict his Tapu Koko coming out here now, I think. But if Tapu Koko comes out, I can't go Tangrowth. I'm just gonna go for an Air Slash. Yeah, decides to stay in. Thankfully, I'm Fizz Def. Unfortunately, his whole team is critting me. They do not want me to play right now, so I'm gonna throw off a Thunder Wave because he wants to stay in. Thankfully, I get that off, and I'm just gonna go for a flinch back on this boy because I don't want him doing anything to me, and I let my Togekiss get low because I risked the flinch. Unfortunately, it goes Tapu Koko, which is a really smart play to let my Togekiss go down to the Toxic. What I want to do is get out my Excadrill here and just set up Stealth Rock, because the only way he'd be able to remove any Stealth Rock is if he has Defog on his Tapu Koko, which I don't think he does. Garchomp comes out here. I want to predict this to be Mega Garchomp, to be honest. Unfortunately, Scrafty is pretty much slower than anything, and I want to get an Intimidate off on this, and I can also keep my my Focus Sash on my Excadrill in case I need that. So, yep, goes right for the Earthquake there, and I'm going to make the double out to Tangrowth. Goes out to Tapu Bulu, which can't really hurt me aside from something like Nature's Madness. Can't Fightinium Z me because he was Z Sandstorm. And I'm just going to go straight for a knockoff. Yeah, he can Nature's Madness me, but I still have Regenerator. I can still get back health with the grassy terrain and everything. And I get rid of his Assault Vest there, which is really awesome for Tapu Koko doing a lot more damage to him. But this is a really important Tangrowth, and ooh, I don't think I want to switch anything in on this, so I'm just going to go for a Giga Drain. Yeah, that actually does a lot more than I expected it to do, but after his Assault Vest is gone, we get that recovery back, we get grassy terrain, and then we're also going to get Regenerator, because I'm going to go out into my Scrafty. So we get the Intimidate off there. We can go out into our own Excadrill and just go for an Iron Head, I think. Unfortunately, if he goes to his Garchomp, that will... Yeah, if he goes into his Garchomp, that will break my Sash with the Rough Skin. Actually, no, it won't, because... Oh, wait, does Grassy Terrain end this turn? I don't know. Hopefully this Iron Head kills. And I should outspeed him because I'm max speed. And yeah, I 100% outspeed him. So as long as Grassy Terrain does not end right now... Ooh, that was a critical hit. Looks like he might be yeah. We see the Rocky Helmet there. He's physically defensive Garchomp. So I don't know what to make of that, honestly. Maybe it's no Mega on the team. Tangrowth is super important in this matchup though. Excadrill is good against his Tapu Koko. I'm gonna go Tangrowth because I need to keep Excadrill. That'll help against the Incineroar, and because he's physically defensive, I don't think there's too much that he can do against me. I'm just gonna go straight for a Giga Drain here. Makes the Incineroar play, which is really good. Probably should have predicted that and doubled out, but I didn't want to go anything against his Garchomp. I couldn't really switch anything in there. I want to predict this to also be Assault Vest. If I can... I think I need to keep my Tangrowth. He's definitely going to go for a Flare Blitz. He doesn't have to predict anything here. Excadrill is good against the Tapu Koko and against the Tapu Bulu. And I definitely need to keep some things to counteract the Tapu Koko. I think Tangrowth is really one of the most important things on my team right now. Tapu Koko might have to be the one to go, especially because his Gyarados is paralyzed and I have Thunder Punch on my Medicham. Yeah, because of that, I'm just going to make the Tapu Koko play and then switch into my Excadrill. Fortunately, he actually goes for the knockoff, which is really great for me because I get to keep my Tapu Koko there. I'm going to Volt Switch out into my Excadrill now, because he very well could kill my Excadrill, but I'll be able to revenge kill him. Actually, he goes for the U-turn there. I don't know if I agree with that. I think he should have just gone straight for the Flare Blitz, because I really couldn't switch in anything to that Flare Blitz because my entire team, I have 0 fire resists, unfortunately. And what I can do here is just I actually predict him to go for a Toxic, expecting my switch, to be honest. So I'm gonna do his Rapid Spin first, expecting him to want to go for a Toxic maybe on my switch, because Tangrowth is pretty much always my switch into Gyarados. Can't really do much, and fortunately for us, unfortunately for him, we get the Paralyze there. And I'm gonna go Tapu Koko. I could try to flinch him to death. That's not cool though. What I'm gonna do is, I really don't want my Tangrowth getting Toxic, so that's why I'm making this play. I'm gonna go my Tapu Koko just in case he goes for the Toxic. Does go for Waterfall. Fortunately, we lived that, and I'm just gonna go straight for a. This is kind of a 50-50. If he goes Bulu or stays Gyarados, Volt Switch is my best play. If he goes Garchomp, Garchomp's at 61 HP. So what I'm going to do is Volt Switch, and if he goes to his Garchomp, I can HP Ice it. Thankfully, he goes into his Bulu, and that will let me get in pretty much anything on my team. I think I want to get in my Medicham just to go for the Fake Out, but then that kind of risks. I think I'm gonna go into Medicham and make the Fake Out play. I could have gone Excadrill there. Yeah, it goes out into his Garchomp. I'm kind of worried about max HP, max speed, and if I calc this, I can find out what he is, but I'm just gonna go right out into my Tangrowth. Goes for Poison Jab, really great play on his part. What I'm gonna do is double out into my. I expect him to go Incineroar on this play. So because of that, the unfortunate thing is grassy terrain won't be over yet. And I would like to keep Tapu Koko around. How much is Incineroar at? Incineroar's at 48, so I'm gonna go Excadrill because I think I might be able to KO him with Earthquake through the stays Garchomp there actually. So what I'm gonna do is Iron Head because I think I might be able to live an Earthquake from this thing. Maybe, oh wait, not after all that damage. Yeah, gets to kill me through that unfortunately. But I can just come out here and Dazzling Gleam is my best play. So I'm gonna Dazzling Gleam here. He's gonna take Rocks, he's gonna take Dazzling Gleam, and then this is a speed tie, but I can also go into my Tangrowth. Dazzling Gleam's me right there. Nothing too bad. And I can just go for a knockoff. What I'm trying to do is set it up so that my Tangrowth plus my Medicham can win this game. Goes Gyarados here, and I'm just gonna go straight into my Tapu Koko. If he goes for the Toxic, it won't kill me this turn. Thankfully he's paralyzed anyway, and I'm gonna go right for his Tapu Bulu is at 47%. I'm gonna go for a Dazzling Gleam because that will hit everything on his team. Yeah, that was a pretty unfortunate pair there. I guess that means he went for a Waterfall, which would kill my Tapu Koko. But at this point, oh, he just quits there. I don't know if he should have quit. I don't agree with that. I think he should have stayed through and played the rest of the game because I definitely think he was still in it. Especially granted hacks, but I do think my Medicham plus my Tangrowth would be able to finish off the game. And I think Scrafty is a cool Pokemon in OU. It's really bulky, especially with the Assault Vest and the Intimidate. It gets Knockoff, it gets Drain Punch. So it's like really fun mon to use. The only issue is like it really doesn't have much power backing it. So like without attack investment, it really does not do very much damage. Like you saw, the Drain Punch did not kill the Excadrill early in the game. And I don't know quite how helpful it's going to be in this game. It can knock things off, which is going to be really awesome. But besides that, it can be troublesome. Zapdos can be an issue for this team. Against this Landorus, I don't expect it to be Scarf because it's the only thing that can put up Stealth Rock on his team. Togekiss can be good against the Kartana. I'm gonna lead with my... I'm gonna lead Scrafty. Goes with his Primarina. That kills me. I'm pretty sure Tangrowth is my only play here. Don't really have many options. If he Moonblasts, yeah, that still does a metric ton to me. But I'm just going to knock off this thing's choice specs, which I assume it is, or anything else that wants to come in can lose its item. Yeah, Zapdos, you don't need that item. Rocky Helmet, yeah, I don't like you with the Rocky Helmet. I'm just gonna go... I want to switch out because I want health on my Tangrowth. I think he's gonna go for a fire move here though, Heat Wave. So what I'm going to do is go into my Scrafty might be the best play. Scrafty doesn't really do very much in this matchup because even if he, like if anything, it would be able to knock off the Mew, but the Mew might have like Will-O-Wisp. So the greatest thing Scrafty can do in this matchup is just go for the knockoffs. Also we can Poison Jab, which would be really great to get a poison against this Zapdos, or we can predict this Primarina coming in and get 50% off on it. What up, what up? Thank you, Scrafty. 152, how much speed does Primarina run? Yikes. I'm actually gonna make my Excadrill play here, because I don't expect him to Scald, and I can take a Moonblast. Yeah. And we need rocks in this matchup. I think he's Specs, but I expect him to go Zapdos, to be honest. So what I'm going to do here, this team really does not deal with Zapdos very well. I'm gonna go into my Tapu Koko predicting Zapdos, I think. Because I really don't expect him to stay in here. I'm gonna go Tapu Koko, predicting Zapdos or maybe Lando. So we see the Lando come out there. Pretty darn positive it is not Choice Scarf. Pretty darn positive this HP Ice will kill it. Thank you, Lando. Thank you for staying in. I appreciate that, homie. And he finds out we are Choice Specs there, so that lets him get his Primarina back in. I'm gonna go into my Tangrowth. Tangrowth is really, really, really helpful in this matchup. I feel like I said that in every matchup, but just like bulky grass types like Tangrowth and Venusaur, I feel are so good in OU right now. They just have a really great place in this metagame. So, I'm gonna go Scrafty because it does not do very much in this matchup, and if he goes for Water Move, yeah, Hyper Voice, we can take one of those, and anything that wants to come in, we can just knock it off. So we're actually playing around this Primarina pretty well, granted that we don't have good switch-ins to it or anything. So I'm just going to go for another Poison Jab on this, hoping to get a poison on it. Nice, get the poison on these Zapdos, and that's going to be immensely helpful in just wearing this thing down. And I kind of want to go into my Excadrill, predicting another Discharge. Thankfully we get rid of his Lando too, so we can just Volt Switch freely, and that's going to kill this guy. What I'm going to do is go for a Drain Punch, predicting the Roost. Yeah, so that'll help us get some health back. And unfortunately he gets the Paralysis off on us, but nothing too bad. And I feel like he can freely Heat Wave. I'm going to go into my Tangrowth and try to get a Regenerator off on this thing. Unfortunately paralyzes me too, but I can regenerate that off. Well, at least the damage off, and get a lot more health, which is going to be helpful, but hopefully that paralysis does not kill us in the long run. Yeah, it goes for the Heat Wave. We see that we are slowly wearing down this Zapdos. If he decides to go for another attack, I'm going to Stone Edge. The reason I have Stone Edge on this is for Volcaronas, because this team really gets smashed by Volcarona, but with a as long as they're not like Puginium Z, which a lot of them are, I would be able to just take some hits from them. So hit the Pre-Marina with that Stone Edge there. I'm just going to go for a Drain Punch. I'm going to go for a knockoff in case he switches. If not, he can just kill my Scrafty. And we will come in and take this revenge kill with my Tapu Koko, because I can just Volt Switch out. And if he switches, he's going to get smashed. We get to see if this is Assault Vest. That is indeed an Assault Vest Magearna. And that means we can come out here with Excadrill and just set up my Stealth Rock. Decides to stay in and Hidden Power me. Smart play on his part, but I'm pretty sure he goes Zapdos here to avoid the Earthquake, to defog, and actually goes Mew here. But I should outspeed this and I can just Volt Switch on it, which will do, again, a Metric Ton. And he has nothing to, oh, actually Mew can set up rocks. So what I'm gonna do is go Excadrill here in case he wants to set up rocks. He can defog there too. Oh, did I? Oh yeah, he can defog. So I think his Zapdos is 3 attacks Roost because he has defog on Mew. So I'd like to knock that Magearna off. If not, I think Medicham will be able to take it down. I'm just going to set up the rocks again. If he wants to Roost, that's okay. And I think he wants to Will-O-Wisp here, to be honest. But I am paralyzed on my Tangrowth and I don't think he can hurt me very much. So I'm gonna go into Tangrowth so I can knock something off. Yeah, defogs, but I want to get rid of your item, Mew. Thank you very much, I appreciate that. No more leftovers for you. And then I can just go for a switch into... I predict him to switch into Zapdos, and I don't have a great way to punish that. So what I'm going to do is go Tapu Koko on this. Yeah, Tapu Koko is my best way to punish this, and I think what I want to do is just go for a Thunderbolt. Volt Switch? How much does this do? I was trying to avoid calcing, but I need, you know that episode of SpongeBob where he's like, he needs water, and he's like, I need it. I feel like that right now. So OU Roost 3 attacks. Thunderbolt will do 75, and Volt Switch will do, Volt Switch is a roll for a kill, so I'm gonna go for a Thunderbolt right now. Yeah, smart play to sack the Pre-Marina, honestly. I think that was probably his best play there. And let me just see how much Kartana does to a, you know what I'm saying. Kartana will not kill me if he comes in. So goes Magearna there. Don't have a great switch into Magearna. Tangrowth, because I want to knock him off. So I can just go for the knockoff here. Volt Switch, pretty much expected, but I need to knock him off. And what's going to be the hardest thing about this match is just breaking down his core, I think is going to be tough for me. So what he's going to do here is most definitely Roost. I'm going to go for the Earthquake. Unfortunate para right there. I could have switched into my Tapu Koko and Volt Switched out. But again, the electric turn was going to end, and I figured I might get more mileage off of that Earthquake. And this really stinks because now I have to really play around this Zapdos. So what I'm going to do is go Togekiss on the what should be Heat Wave, and then I'm going to, unfortunately, he burns me on that as well. Why not rub salt in my wounds? And then I'm going to go Excadrill on what should be the Discharge. If he double Heat Waves, good play. Yeah, so Discharge is there. And I actually don't know if I'm faster than this or not. Did that already happen? Did this play already happen? Judging by the fact that I think he's Roost 3 attacks, I'm pretty sure he's Hidden Power Ice. He had no reason to show Hidden Power Ice, and he has Defog on Mew. So I expect him to be max speed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the Earthquake. Fortunately, he goes Mew there, so we will 2-hit KO that. So I'm going to go for the Iron Head on Mew. He's faster than me, unfortunately, but I can come in here and just Volt Switch out. Yeah, I think that's my best play. Just come in here, Volt Switch out. Goes Magirna, which I get a crit on, thankfully. Thankfully for me, unthankfully for him. I can just go Medicham, and nothing wants to come in on this. I think Thunder Punch will kill him. And that might just be my best play, so I don't have to risk the miss on High Jump Kick. So Mega Medicham in the... We have Thunder Punch in the electric terrain against Magirna with an Assault Vest. And Thunder Punch will do a ton to him, and if he goes Zapdos, that will also take him down. The only thing that would take that is like a Kartana, but obviously Kartana wouldn't want to come in case I went for that High Jump Kick. Now Medicham can take down his Zapdos, I believe. How much does Zapdos take? Because I'm pretty sure this is not Fizz Def. I'm pretty sure it's just max HP. I will take down his Zapdos with a Zen Headbutt. Or a Thunder Punch will also... A Thunder Punch will do it if he's not... Ooh, he does have defense investment, but this one will take him down. Yeah, this one will take him down. Yeah, Medicham is just so powerful. And he didn't KO me with anything, really. So, Kartana comes out. I feel like this is his last-ditch effort. I can go Tangrowth like really safely here as long as he's not like SD. Yeah, we can eat that up. We can go for Hidden Power on you. I feel like he might be Scarf Kartana just because he needs some speed control on this team. Which means he shouldn't be too threatening. He could be Z-Move, and obviously his Mew can be a burden to me. But I can just go Tapu Koko on what should be a Roost, and then I can just go for a Volt Switch or a Thunderbolt. I'm gonna Thunderbolt. Ooh, unfortunate. There was like one way he could stay in this match, and that was the play. So what I'm gonna do is Thunder Wave him and just try to flinch him to death. Oh! Please. Please. Don't make me lose this game like this. I can Roost off because I will lose my flying typing, and if I lose this game like this, I'm going to be so upset. Thankfully it goes Kartana there, which means we can just get off the Heat Wave. That will not kill us because we're fully Fizz Def. We hit the Heat Wave. Thank the Lord. And since we're faster than him, we can just Roost off there. He cannot freeze us because we're already burned, and we can kind of just flinch him to death now. Even if not, we can set up the electric terrain for Medicham to Thunder Punch him to death. And thankfully he actually forfeits the match, so that's good. I like this team a lot. This is actually pretty fun. I feel like Scrafty is a little bit of dead weight, but he's fun to play with in the OU tier, and you know, it's fun to use something like that. I feel like what could be better there, maybe Assault Vest Como. So after I play this, after this live, I think I might change this to an Assault Vest Como on this team just to try it out, to use it as a more serious team, because I really do like the Tapu Koko Medicham's obviously very good. I love the Tangrowth with the Togekiss. I feel like that's a great defensive core. Excadrill it seems to work well on this team. But the Scrafty is just a little bit of dead weight, and the Como has a pretty similar moveset to it. Unfortunately, won't be able to knock off, but I can just play around with it and see how I like the team. But really great for just the first iteration of a team that I'm trying to be creative with. So if you enjoyed this, please leave a like. I really would appreciate it if you liked the video. So smash that MF like button. I hate when people do that, when they like set like goals and stuff. Anyway, most important thing, just have a beautiful day, and I will see you all next time.